Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm super late with the Rampage review. Had a lot of things going on this weekend. Finally got some rest. Been working like crazy. Um, Now I kind of wish I did go working today. For y'all who know, the team that I wanted to see win the whole thing is getting murdered right now. It is what it is, man. Rampage, man. This listen, Tony Khan's. I don't get why he does what he does. You give us a decent Dynamite, then you go and you give us a hot garbage Rampage. The saving grace of this show was the baddies. That was the saving grace of this whole show. And the stuff that you put out there on television, first of all, the show, I told you, we can't keep doing these taped shows. The crowd's not going to be into it. People crying like, oh, listen, I'm not here to talk about the ratings. As long as TBS and TNT are fine with what AEW is doing, we shouldn't even really give a crap about the ratings. I'm just calling it what it is. We should. But man, I'm just sitting here right now, and I'm like, we're 2 weeks away, 2 weeks away from what a lot of people believe might possibly be an outstanding pay per view. It probably will. But when you booking the way how you're booking, I'm sitting up here saying, man, why the clown should we care about what's about to transpire at Double or Nothing? You had a certain matchup that I had sitting right at the table, but what you decided to do with this situation right here, it just it gives me it gives me no hope that the moment that we do win the AEW World Heavyweight Championship or we win the AEW Women's Championship, you're not going to book us with the utmost respect that we deserve. You're going to book us as if we don't matter. And what's going on with the TNT title right now, I'm like, as soon as we got our hands on it, Tony Khan has been showing his behind to the fullest. He's been showing his behind. And people gonna say, well, look what he's doing with Jade. Jade is the only exception, but that's just right now. You let her, when she start pursuing the main title, we gonna see if he's still gonna book her with the same admiration as he doing right now. But I got some things I gotta talk about when we get here. But like I said, this show to me, this show, I think this show was it was just filler. They really didn't care about trying to get us ready for Double or Nothing. They just said, let's just throw something together. Let's call it a day. We get this 6-man random tag team match. How many times we want to see this match? I've seen this match 50 million times. Marquand, the Butcher, and the Blade. Just jobber material. That's all they are. Now remember, no Andrade, him and Charlotte are finally getting hitched. Congratulations to the two of them. Uh, that's the man. If you're not like, that's the man that you need to build. Once he come back, he's the man that needs to take the TNT title off of Scorpion's guy. But you better book him right. But like I say, I don't trust Tony Khan with the TNT title right now. I just don't. I don't. But let me go ahead and talk about this. Like I said, this is a random 6-man tag team match. Death Triangle, Pac, Penta, Ray Phoenix versus Marquand, Butcher, and the Blade with the Bunny. Honestly, I didn't care about this match at all because it was just on TV, just to be on TV. They had Kyle O'Reilly sitting out there because obviously Kyle O'Reilly is facing Ray Phoenix in the Owen Hart tournament qualifier match. Well, it's not a qualifier match. It's this the actual tournament match that they in, and they showed him sitting out there. And I got a weird feeling that Kyle O'Reilly is moving on. I got a weird feeling. I don't trust Tony Khan. I don't. So I'm going with Kyle O'Reilly until further notice. But we all know why Marquand was in this match. Now I'm asking myself, where the heck is Isaiah Cassidy? Did nobody tell me that man was hurt? He was a no-show, was nowhere in sight. Marquand was in this match to take the pinfall, and he looked like an old man because he tried to dye his beard blonde, but it looked like he dyed his beard gray, so he looked like an old man with some jacked up hair. I'm sorry, y'all. Uh, But like I said, this match was just put together just to put on TV, just be put on TV. Death Triangle ends up winning, and after the match, House of Black come out. They pop in and then they pop out. And I'm being honest with you, House of Black is losing this luster right now. They was a very hot stable, but Tony Khan is messing them up. He's messing up Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews. He's messing them cats up, and I don't know where they're going. To me, they just lost in the shuffle right now. I don't like to use that terminology, but as of right now, House of Black is lost in the shuffle. They ain't really doing nothing. So you popped in, you popped out. So that was that. Then we get to the chair swinging Bozo versus Bear Boulder from Bear Country. This wasn't even a match. They tried to make you think Bear Boulder was going to get a couple licks in. All this was about Sean Spears, what he's about to do. He's getting ready to get annihilated by none other than the main man himself. You know who I'm talking about. He's going to get annihilated. They call him Piggy. Warlow's going to annihilate him in this 10 lashes steel cage match. But they wanted to make Sean Spears look strong, so he beats the snot out this cat. Didn't even really do nothing. Sean Spears gets the victory. Match over. So, like I said, it's nothing special. So then we get a in-ring situation. Smart Mark Sterling and what was his name? Tony Nese facing Dan Housen and Hook. And now he has the neck brace on because of how he got put through the table by Warlow and Dynamite. So Tony Nese said, you ain't got nothing to worry about. I'll beat these two clowns by myself. So the match is set. It's going to be a handicap match on the pre-show. Tony Nese taking on Dan Housen and Hook. So, like I said, they were supposed to get me to become a fan of Dan Housen. I don't see the hype. I don't see why everybody likes him. To me, he's just a circus clown. That's all he is to me. That's it. Then we get to this matchup. We got Rio, who's back in her white pink. I said, she's back to her babyface attire. She took on Ruby Soho, and obviously this actually wasn't that bad of a match. Ruby is getting a little bit better. Like I said, she just had to get that WWE ring rust off of her. You know what you're going to get from Rio. Rio's going to come out here and give her, she's going to give her all. And, but it wasn't enough. She does the Blade Runner, and she does big time backdrop. Ruby gets the 1, 2, 3. Ruby ends up winning. So, like I said, solid match from the two of them. I actually had Rio moving on, but they said, no, we are really serious about trying to re-push Ruby because of what we failed from the first time she came through. So then we get this hot garbage segment. The Acclaim have no business being with these bozos known as the Gun Club. This is going to literally destroy the Acclaim. The Acclaim was up here. As much as the Acclaim were jobbing, I still respected the Acclaim. I was on the Acclaim's bandwagon. Now I feel like the Acclaim are really circus clowns hanging out with them. And you can see, especially on Max Caster's face, Max Caster's and Anthony Bowens had the look on their face as if they really don't give a rat's behind about what the heck Billy Gunn was talking about. They just had that dumb man look on their face as if they was trying to force it. They just look stupid. This whole faction is a non-faction. You don't even need this faction. This is a jobber's faction. This whole faction consists of clowns. The Acclaim are clowns. The Gun Club are clowns. Why the clown are we putting these circus clowns together? I don't need the Acclaim with them. This is going to bring the Acclaim down even more. This is a terrible decision by Tony Khan. This is terrible. This is hot garbage. And the fact that they get ready to have a match on AEW Dark Elevation, which we don't care about because I don't watch it. I'm sorry, y'all. My AVG stuff, I'm telling you. They got this strongman security. That's why I keep popping up like that. People be trying to hack up in here, but like I said, they got this strongman security, so that's why they be trying to block people that be trying to attempt to hack into your computer. But like I said, I don't care nothing about this faction. This faction is a waste of time. Garbage. Then we get to, for me personally, was obviously the best segment of the night. We got Miss Jade Cargill and the Baddies Smart Mark Sterling trying to come out there. He just looked like an eyeball out. You know what I'm talking about. Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan. They out there with Tony Schiavone. Now, Sheeta, I don't know what Sheeta's situation is because they said she quote unquote got injured, but Sheeta was on her Twitter page talking about how she just is just written off TV for some. I don't know. I don't know if she's really her. I don't know because Sheeta's the way how she was on her Twitter page. She was saying certain things, and I don't know. I don't know if she didn't go on the kayfabe code or something. I don't know, but obviously she wasn't able to compete. So obviously she was supposed to go against Red. So uh, right then Jay told Tony to cut the poop. That's her line. That's what she gonna say. And the fact that Red Velvet is gonna move on regardless. She moves on. She gets the win easy. And then Tony Schiavone said, "Well, not so fast, you all. Uh, Sheeta has been replaced, and she's going against this young lady right here, the former alien, Chris Statlander." Now, when they cut to the camera and they looked at Jay Cargill's face, and Jay had this smile slash smirk, Jay knows, ladies and gentlemen, I believe Chris Statlander is going to be the one to dethrone Jay when the time calls for it. It's not now. We are nowhere near that time. Chris Statlander will be the one to take the title off of Jade Cargill because you seen the look on her face. Now she came out and she kind of did the shrug. You ever see the emoji with the dude? This is the dude or the woman. They have their hands out, they struggling. That's what she kind of did, as if I don't know how. Just randomly just got up in there. Now they did mention the fact that Chris and Red used to be quote unquote friends. They still are, but they just have to play into the storyline. Now the fact that Red is a heel and that Chris is still babyface. We'll see how that the match turns out. Uh, it is what it is. So now we get to the main event. Marcus talking to Frankie Kazarian, Scorpion Sky, Ethan Page, and Dan Lambert. Ethan Page, Dan Lambert talking mad crap about Frankie Kazarian in front of Scorpion Sky. Scorpion Sky, quote unquote, is trying his best to stay humble because he's getting ready to wrestle his homie. And then he told Ethan Page then took the mic, ran off. Sky said, "Listen, I know you clowns mean the best, but I need you clowns to get the heck up out of here. I don't need you all to defeat this man. I can beat him by myself." Cass has said, "Listen, we've been together. We've been down the road, up and down the road forever doing what we do as SCU. But I'm here to destroy you. I'm here to take that championship. This is the shot I have. And I'll see you out there." Mark Henry, as he always say, that's enough talk. It's time for the main event. Sky does the snap his fingers and everything. So we get to the matchup. Matchup was actually pretty good. Obviously, this was the best match on the whole show. But it's what transpired in the match. Now remember, he told them to go. He told Dan and he told Ethan Page to take the night off. But you know they wasn't. Meanwhile, sitting in the audience is the so-called love couple that don't nobody like anymore, Sammy and Tay. They sitting in the audience, right? So Sky and Frankie Kazarian are tearing each other up so bad that neither one of them can get the one up on each other. Sky struggling, Frankie Kazarian struggling. So far the storytelling in the match is pretty solid. It's everything that takes place at the end. Ethan Page and Dan Lambert come out the woodwork, causing a distraction, running in the ring, and Sky got knocked out. He got knocked out cold, so he didn't know what was going on. And Frankie Kazarian basically had the match won. He got him in a submission hold. Referee being distracted by Dan Lambert and all right. So he finally tries to do it, tried to get the pinfall, and Sky finally wakes up, and but then the referee gets distracted again. This time, Ethan Page runs in the ring and lays out Cass. Now remember, Scorpion Sky somehow got knocked out again, so he didn't see it. So then all he does is just roll the man up, and he thinks he wins the match fair and square. So after the match was over, he went over to try to pick up Cass. Cass is like, "Man, get out of here, man. You still a clown, man. Whose side are you on?" Then that's when Ethan Page get in his face. "Hey, man, are you with us or you not with us, right?" That's when Scorpion Sky, quote unquote, turns back into a heel again. I said, the flip flopping of the babyface heel run. This is what I mean when I say that wrestling promotions have a terrible time not only trying to book baby faces, they have a terrible time trying to book their black talent. I don't know what it is. It seems like they just don't know Like when they start somewhere, they just fall completely off the face of the earth and don't know exactly what to do. And I'm just sitting there like, man, it just calls the pause because I'm sitting up and saying, well, what happens when a Will Hobbs or Keith Lee win the AEW World Championship? Are you gonna book them like complete jokes, just like how you doing with Scorpion Sky? It's like, man, the TNT title picture is a. I hate to say it, ever since Cody Rhodes left, the TNT title picture has become nothing more than a jobber's title. It truly has. It's not a legit championship like how it was when Miro had it, when the late Brody Lee had it, when Cody had it, even when Darby Allin had it. It was legit. It was a legit championship. But the moment Sammy got his hand on it, it started off as decent, but then they flip flop between him and Cody again, and I was like, Then they did the foolishness that put it on Scorpion Sky because quote unquote Tony Khan got tired of people calling him a quote unquote white supremacist, like that idiot that did that foolishness out there in Buffalo. Man, prayers up to the people in Buffalo, man. That was a straight up white supremacist hit. That was an Illuminati hit. I'm telling y'all right now. Prayers out to the homies out there, to the people out there. Like I said, my heart goes out to that. People shouldn't have to be dealing with that. You just riding up on somebody and you killing them because they don't look like you. To me, that's a straight up Illuminati hit. That is. So, like I said, I know people gonna talk about conspiracy. Ain't no conspiracy. That's some Illuminati bull job right there that took place. That's some white supremacy to the fullest. But back to this situation. It's like the TNT title. And then like it's funny. They showed now quote unquote now this was basically trying to turn trying to turn Sammy and Tay back into baby faces, which don't nobody give a crap about them. So I'm like, you had Ethan Page versus Scott set for Double or Nothing. Now you just went right back against them. I don't know what they're getting ready to do. I don't know if it's going. It might end up being a fatal four way. I don't know. I don't know. But Tony Khan seems to love his multi-man matches because that's what he does. He's multi-man frenzy. Like that's it. He does not know how to book singles. He's like it's tag team, 6-man tags, 50 million man match, 50 women man match. It's like dang. And we kind of yeah, like I said, that's that. So I'm just sitting here right now and I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know. Like, cause cats be complaining about the ratings. I said you gotta make cats give a crap about what you're presenting to them. If you're presenting trash, nobody's gonna want to watch your product. They're just not gonna want to watch it. Cats are not gonna want to watch your product if you just put on anything. If you're throwing it out there and calling it something, it's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. And watching the show, I was like, man, I was like, oh. And me, I like Rampage, I do, but I just need Rampage to be live. I need Rampage to he need to take Rampage more serious than what it is. He just needs to because doing what you doing ain't working. You can think it's working. Scorpion Sky can think it's working. Sammy Guevara, he can think it's working. Uh, Taya Conti, she can think it's working. Dan Lambert, Ethan Page, all these clowns can think it's working. Tony Khan can think it's working. It's not working. When you keep flip flopping stuff and just, I'm like, now like I said, it's making me cause the pause when the time comes for us to win the main championship. When it's for us to win, it's time. We ain't nowhere near ready to win those main championships, but the moment that we do, I don't know. I don't know if Tony Khan gonna be able to book us right because he just doing anything. He just throwing poop at the wall. Like that's really what it feel like. It feel like when it's concerning us, he's just throwing trash at the wall and thinking that it's gonna stick. It's not gonna work. It's not. And what he tried to present on Rampage it wasn't even worth it. It was not worth it, man. I'm serious. I saw the show, and normally I will record it right after I get done because I was out late Friday night. I watched it. I saw the game. I saw Golden State and them handle the business. I was like, all right, it's kind of late. I said I'd do it. And then, like I said, yesterday I was just getting my rest on because, like I said, I was out all week, out there doing ride share. So I said, man, I need to get some rest. I was tired. Then, like I said, today, you know, I probably wouldn't be on here doing this video right now. I probably would have been watching the Suns and Dallas game, but like I said, the Suns they get murdered right now. So I say, you know, screw it, I'm done with that. Let me come on here. Let me give y'all this honest review because some of y'all be thinking I told y'all, man. I keeps it a buck with AEW. I'm a hardcore AEW head, but when they put trash on television, I got to call them out for it. This is utter trash. And like I say, I like Scorpion Sky. You had something with Scorpion Sky being the babyface if you booked him right. You could have had him chasing the TNT title from Sammy. You could have keep screwing him over, and then you could have led this to a potential triple threat with the breakup of uh, Sky. Yeah, you could have had the breakup of Sky, Ethan Page, Dan Lambert. You could have had something right there with him potentially winning the championship at at Double or Nothing, or led into the situation that took place at the TBS show at the what was it called? Was it Battle of the Belts too? You could have had something like that leaning into that, but Tony Khan just ain't give no care. He didn't cry. He didn't care. He didn't give a rat's behind about it. He just said, "I'm just throw this trash out there." You know, I know black people. They've been complaining about me not treating their champions right. They've been listening to Big Swole, and now people think I'm a racist. So let me go ahead and no, bro, no. It's not about putting championships on us. That is Vince McMahon foolishness. Vince think just put a championship on somebody black is the way to go. It's not that. It's how you present them moving forward. When they win the championship, how are they being booked? How do they look? Don't just give us a championship and say, "Oh look, black people, I hope you're happy." No, that's the garbage that takes place in Vince McMahon land. And I check his old behind every time he does that. He don't give a crap about us winning championships. All he care about is the status quo because he know Negroes gonna live. They gonna watch WWE regardless. As much as I see the shucking and jiving that go on with cats who look black wrestling fans that love WWE, they shuck and jive for Vince McMahon no matter what he does. They'll complain when he does something stupid, but for the majority of part, they love it. They are in 1,000% cahoots with him. It couldn't be me. And Tony Khan, I ain't like that with Tony Khan. I'll check Tony Khan regardless what he does. And this foolishness right here with Sky and all this and Sammy, it's not working. It is not. The TNT Championship is a flat out joke. And I hate the fact that the moment we got it, it became a joke to the high. It was a joke when Sammy won it the third time. I think he won it for third time. Like when he won it the first two times, okay. But when he won it that third time, it was a joke. It's like a complete joke. And then, like I said, when Sky got it, Sky just was the tokenism champion. Don't care what nobody got to say. Tokenism to the fullest. That's my honest review. I want to talk about this MJF situation. So the MJF situation got so many people on the edge of their seat right now because they said, well, everybody thought Cody Rhodes' situation was a work. Listen, MJF understand he ain't going nowhere. He just has to play this game because he's on his way to becoming AEW World Champion. Now I don't know if it's gonna be. It probably won't be until towards the end of this year, or it might come sooner than we think. But he's playing this leverage thing because he know if I can play both AEW and play WWE, I can have both fans on the edge of their seat no matter what. Cody did the foolishness, and look what he did. He ran to WWE land. Now I told you Cody ran to WWE because he wanted more creative control, and but here's the deal. He the idiot that booked himself where he couldn't win the championship. He the one that put himself in the TNT purgatory. That was on him. He the one that came up with that foolish stuff. You could have booked yourself into winning the main championship, and you didn't want to go heel. That was his other issue. It wasn't money. Money wasn't the problem. Tony could pay him everything in the book if he wanted to. It was he just didn't want to go heel. That was it. So now the fact that he's in WWE land and more than likely he is gonna win the I don't know if he win the Universal, but I know he gonna win that WWE Championship. You might as well get ready to pencil that in, because as of right now, Roman Reigns is on hiatus mode. I don't know why Vince allowed that stuff. He did the same foolishness with Brock Lesnar when Brock Lesnar ran away with the championship, and Raw didn't have nothing. SmackDown didn't have anything. I was like, why? Why would you do that, man? You Roman is your bread and butter right now. But like I said, with this MJF situation, him going back and forth, Tony Khan saying certain things, then you got podcasters speaking their mind, saying what they gotta say and all this stuff. I'm like this. Let MJF and let Sky do what they gotta. I mean Sky, Tony Khan, let them do what they gotta do, because at the end of the day, it's all about leverage. It's all about playing the game. It's a game that's being played, because see, at the end of the day, see, the situation they had with Cody was this major eye opener to people who are hardcore AEW heads. All of this just showcases that AEW and WWE are going to be doing business with each other when it's concerning cats who want to work for the other company. That's all this is. So AEW got a host of cats from WWE, and then WWE goes against one of their original EVPs. That's just showcasing that as we move forward, as long as WWE is still in power, or quote unquote, they still a thing, we're gonna have cats just flip flopping from both products. But I know a lot of people are afraid because of the fact that they lost Cody. The fact that if you lose the best talker in the game right now, what the heck does AEW got? He's the best talker, one of the best heels in the game. But you lose him, what does AEW have? And that's what's concerning, and that's what's worrying a lot of AEW fans. Now WWE fans, they are loving it because hey, they got Cody. Now it's funny to say they hated Cody when he was in AEW. Now he the best thing since sliced bread. Let that sink in. So just show you the mindset of a WWE fan. But same thing, right? And same thing goes to AEW heads. AEW heads love Cody. The moment he dipped off, oh, he's a traitor. He's a sellout. Now, yeah, he are all those things. But listen, the man wanted to go to WWE. I just want Vince and them to book him right now. It looked like he been in rematch territory as of late. This finna be the third matchup between him and Seth. This Vince McMahon doing. He love the rematch city. If this is what you're doing to keep him away from going up against Roman for the main championship, I mean, listen, just don't get repetitive. But remember, this is Vince we're talking about. That's all he knows how to be, is just be repetitive, repetitive. Don't know nothing else. But like I said, for me, I'm just gonna sit back and watch this. Now we got a full year. He ain't going nowhere till 2024. 2024, as of January 1st, 2024, he will become a free agent. The question is, does he resign with AEW, or does he go to WWE Purgatory? Now remember, Vince McMahon already got Cody over there. So you know Cody got everybody. If you remember, when before Cody left, he had basically gave a list out to everybody who was under him, all of his pupils. Well, you know MJF is one of his pupils, so you best believe he has MJF's ear right now. Now MJF might be calling him a sellout on TV, but that's just who he is. Behind closed doors, you best believe everybody that's in AEW is watching how Cody Rhodes is being booked. Everybody. You see what I'm saying? That's all it's about. This ain't got nothing, like, money might be a issue, but at the end of the day, MJF gonna do MJF. Tony Khan gonna do Tony Khan. So we'll see. We got a full year, 2023. 2023 could possibly be the year of MJF if he doesn't win it this year. But I got a feeling CM Punk title reign gonna be extra short. I feel like it's gonna be extra short. I don't think it's gonna be long. I think CM Punk title reign gonna be the shortest out of all of them. Cause I don't see Hangman winning that title, retaining the title at Double or Nothing. I just don't see it. You know. Is there anything else I need to speak on wrestling wise? No, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to hit the comment section up. Tell me how you felt about the show. Are you like me? You in 1,000% agreement that Tony Khan gonna have to do better when it's concerned to Rampage. One, he gonna have to figure out how to get this show live. Live Rampages always work, because if you taping Rampage, you know the crowd gonna hardly be in. They'll be in a little bit, but for the most part, they gonna be dry as a bone because they've been there all day long. You know. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all cats later. This your boy KCFL, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. I'm gone.